Hi there, I'm Lisanya Pillay. I'm a business owner here in Kailami, Midrand. I train entrepreneurs with a combination of business skills and mindfulness and intuition. And with me, I have Shelagh Wallace. She's an NE consultant, also running her business from Midrand. And we would like to tell you about our experience as business owners doing the Midmar with Bubbles Swim School. So Shelagh, why don't you say hi to everybody?
Right. Good morning, everybody. So yes, I do unique products. I'm very much into health and wellness, and these are rooibos products, which then leads me into why I ended up swimming at Bubble Swim School. So I used to run, and I ran seriously. I did comrades. And over time, unfortunately, there was a little bit of wear and tear on my feet. And so I realized in order to stay fit, I would need some other exercise, hence the swimming.
So I didn't have such a glamorous story taking me to that route. Sheila and I both were part of Business Networking International in Midrand, and I was simply trying to train for a cycle challenge. But seeing that the majority of people in BNI were now moving over to the swimming pool, I said, all right. So Sheila went to the pool first, and I said, well, I'm coming with you. And that's where we started just training, but I also wasn't planning to train for the Midmar. They strong armed me into it. So lo and behold, we were all just swimming away. And the next thing I know, we were doing the Midmar in February 2020. And this was both of ours, hey Sheila, yours and mine. First time doing
Yes,
the Midmar.
definitely my first time. Yes.
Really? Yeah, this was
Yes.
our first one. And I'm terrified of open water, you know that. So this was a huge thing for me to get through. But Sheila was pushing me in the pool every other day, swimming lap upon lap. So I was not going to not show up for this. So tell us, Sheila, what was your experience like when you got in the water to swim for Midmar?
Well, very much like you, I joined Yolanda and the Bubbles so that I could swim. I really had no intention of doing Midmar. Also, a little bit fearful of open water. And it actually was a terrifying experience until I got in the water and started to swim. From that point, it was wonderful. And when I got out at the other end, I realized that it had changed my life in one respect. And I think that was that it gave me more confidence that I had pushed away fear and pushed away a boundary. So for me, it was an amazing experience, and that ended up impacting in the work that I do as well.
Well, for myself, I think I can never be telling the story too many times, is that when I got in the water, Yolanda really was so good with keeping me calm right from the first time when she took me into that 750-meter challenge. What I did not expect would happen in the water was the panic that I couldn't hold on to anything. And it wasn't a matter of not being able to swim or being too tired. It was an actual mindset shift. I think you'd remember when we did the first challenge, the 750-meter, I couldn't even look at the water. I had to swim the whole thing on my back. And Yolanda just like floated alongside me with Annalise as well, the other business owner in our chapter, and just like stayed alongside me till I finished the race. So I was still scared when it came to Midmar, because there was a point in the water that I actually had to change my mindset and had to say, I'm okay. I have enough air. I know how to swim, and the water is my friend. I had to go through that whole process in the water, and it took me the first 250 meters. But the moment it changed, because you were ahead of me as well, you were gone. I was right in the back, and I was like, that old lady is taking me out. But I couldn't even like float at that stage. It was rough. So the moment I synchronized myself, and Esther said to me, it's like you started swimming like a seal, because got into the rhythm of things and swam the whole thing. Like I didn't feel afraid. I didn't feel tired. I could have continued swimming. And when I came out of the water, boy, oh boy, did I feel like if I can do that, I can do anything else. So
Mm.
that made a huge difference for me in Midmar. That's when I put you through that. As soon as we were in the combi driving down, remember we came up with that idea. We said, why are we not going international with your product? What's the problem? And I went
Yes.
on that mission, and that led to so many other networking opportunities. Before COVID even hit, Sheila, we were talking to people in other countries.
That's
So
right. That,
that was the change
and
Midmar did for
before
me.
you ended up actually coming ahead of me out of the water.
Just by a little bit, just by a little bit. But you've always given me a complete run for my money in the pool. So that, I mean, I really appreciated, and I knew that it was the best time. If Yolanda had not made me do that, I would have been looking at the rest of this year through COVID, not being able to do any other races. At least there was one race and one priceless medal that we have. How did you feel
And
about business afterward?
yeah, well, it did help with the business because for a start, it started me off on a confident note, and then I think it just changed your ideas. If you've pushed away fears in the water, it pushes away fears of doing business and fears of talking to strangers, and certainly of getting used to the Zoom meetings and Zoom contacts that we've had to have this whole year. So I think it's a very positive outcome. And I think that Bubbles Swim School has a particular vibe that just encourages people to do better.
Oh, absolutely. And it's the skills and experience. I mean, they did wonders with my mother as well. But the most priceless moment to me would have been Yolanda is so receptive. In that 750 meters, there came a point where I flipped over and I was like, I felt myself panic again. And there was nothing external about me that was like hands flying or breathing heavy. I just like had a moment where I realized, wait, I'm in open water. And she came up to me and she looked at me and she just said, do you want to take my hand? Very gently. And so I said, okay. And I took her hand and she said, now take a few breaths. And instantly I was calm and I swam the rest of it. She knows exactly what to say, how to say it, and how to get you moving through the rest of it. I mean, I saw her in the Midmar. She was just taking care of everybody in that Midmar. People that weren't even in our team, she was still taking care of. So, to anybody, and especially even a business owner, it really made such a huge difference for us. And there's no one quite like Yolanda to get you through an experience like this. You will feel so much more empowered and confident to do anything else thereafter. So I would highly recommend that. So thank you to Bubble Swim School. Thank you to Yolanda.
I will second that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was an amazing.
Absolutely. And thank you to the team members that support us. When business owners do this thing together, there's nothing quite like doing it in the team. So hopefully we will encourage other people to do the same too. Thanks so much.
Okay.